Welcome back, everybody. It's the return. After so long, we are delving deep into the shadows. Make noise after I do it.
I'm making noise.
Months,
Let's make some
years.
noise, people! Sorry, okay.
I feel as though I was stranded on an island without my friends to talk about Shadow of Israphel with.
We're so back. We're so back.
You survived.
I survived. I actually did survive on the island.
We're so back.
And the first order of business, now that we're back, is to talk about the recap, actually. The Series 1 Adventure recap. Because before we can even get to it's been a while for us, alright? I've forgotten everything. I forgot it all.
You've forgotten too.
I don't remember anything. I don't know anything.
You also may have forgotten, audience. So, because it's going to be even longer for you to wait to get this episode.
Yeah.
So, luckily for all of us, the Yogscast thought about it, and they put together a quick little series recap, which was they made after ending their interstitial Survival Island series, where they took a break from their normal Let's Play, with all the crafting and mining and stuff, and all the NPC stuff. They got stranded on an island, and they just had to survive. It's a custom map. It was made. It was the work. This one's the work of a writer. And it's just it's like a challenge map, It's like Skyblock of its day. And they just did that for a while, but then they find a way to loop it back in. And we'll talk about that.
They always bring it back.
As we, go into it. So this video, jumping briskly ahead, was uploaded January 26th, 2011. Happy New Year!
Yeah!
It also has 1.3 million views, which
Yay,
it ought
people are always
to,
forgetting.
considering its great significance. So, first off, we open up with fan art. I don't know if it's fan art. It might be Duncan art, which is technically not fan art. Technically, that's in-house. But it's like blocky Minecraft art of Simon and Lewis. Of course, we know them. A grizzled old peculiar. And a mysterious new character. Who's that?
Yes!
Who could this be?
Oh my god.
It's such nice splash art.
I like
I love
Simon's
the art.
shiny black button eyes. He said,
I think it's cute.
Simon in narrator voice says, previously on the Yogscast. And there's some kind of crazy music playing. It starts off kind of low key, but then, at first I'm like, oh, there's marimba and strings. I wonder if this is lost music, because they did a lost parody.
I was listening to this while I was casually, setting some shit up in Tomodachi Life, as you do. And I was just kind of, I had my headphones in, and I, entered the thing, and I wasn't really paying attention. And then I was playing, why the fuck is it getting crazy?
It's actually a great video.
It's a really good backing track.
I was like, whoa, this is kind of fire. Let them cook.
Because the cliffhanger ending to their original series, it had a lost title card reference at the end of it. But I figured out where the music comes from eventually. I'll talk more about it when it gets insane. But we first see them on the beach, and isn't it so nostalgic now, that snowy beach where this all began?
Oh.
Made by a single man.
Wow!
And then it cuts right to the mysterious tree. The music
That was
cuts out for
funny.
a second, just so Simon can say, "It's fine, I know what I'm doing, Lewis. I'm an expert at this game." Then
I
it
like how
cuts to
dramatic that was.
It cuts to the car bomb clip.
I like to call it the car bomb clip. I'm going to call it that forever.
I like how...
Lewis, car bomb!
I think that the music cuts out because there's music playing in the clip and they didn't have his isolated audio or something. I don't know, maybe it's just dramatic. Maybe it's a choice.
I thought it was dramatic.
We're seeing them discovering all the bills, the pyramid, the White Temple. Who's building all this? And then Israphel's creeping over the tower. The dramatic story highlights to their Let's Play. All the parts that aren't them playing Minecraft.
Memories.
Ooh.
And then that's when I say, this music rules.
It's so good.
So we see the ramp up of the mysterious all the mysterious events and the anomalies.
The scaries.
The booby trap, and finally the confrontation with Israphel and chasing him down. They follow the famous role. Oh, then it's like cool guitar, cool bass. The music's going crazy. There's like electric guitar in it now. It's like slap bass. They discover the bridge. It's so dramatic. They are so stunned.
I was like, this should be A&B level. It's so good.
It's so corny and fun, and I love it. See them discover Terravale. They meet Daisy, Reverend John's betrayal, Lewis executing him. They discover Israphel's tomb beneath the church, and they go down. They have to slow down the footage of Lewis corner creeping because otherwise the reveal is underwhelming. Because, you know, he's seeing Israphel's castle. Zombie boss, creeper boss, and the long tunnel gets a 3-second clip.
Yeah, that was really funny, and I was like, deserved.
And then there's some awesome fan art of the Nether portal with Lewis and Simon discussing what to do. It's so great. Oh my god.
I need to look at it again. I need to go look that up.
I'll just indiscriminately call it fan art, even though it might be made by like a friend. I'll just consider that it's all fan art. Why can't Duncan be a fan? Come on.
Well, here's the thing. I'm friends. I'm a fan of my friends. I'm a fan of my friends. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Then we basically skip through the entirety of the survival island just to get to the exact end. And I'll fill in the blanks a little myself here because I watched it at some point in the past. What it was like, it was just a normal survival challenge let's play. And it was hardcore mode. If either of them died, that was it. And they'd be dead forever. So that's what made it exciting. And it's like, it was sort of similar to what happened in their quote-unquote normal let's play, where people would see like something in the distance of like the render distance and like are commenting like, I saw something in the sky, I saw something in there. And then they make a signal flare that spells help in torches on the beach, and that enter the giant airship with Old Peculiar and the new character, Skylord Lysander.
The new character.
I did not do all my homework. I did not watch all of Survival Island, a grievous sin. So I'm very grateful to know, because I mean, this guy seems awesome. He seems so cool.
They don't make the build like there was a similar build as in their normal Let's Play about like people in the comments in the community going, "Oh my god, wait, I saw something." And like, "You're fucking having a laugh. There was nothing there," but then there was something there. That is awesome. Them doing an arc. That's as close as it gets. But yeah, they just cut right to a huge landing platform constructed on the beach, and Old Peculiar is like, "Heroes, I've come to help," and they go on, and there's fan art of badass, awesome Peculiar and cool, mysterious, suave Lysander flying in on their airship to rescue them. It's so cool. His hair flowing in the wind. The boys are flabbergasted. They're like, "What's going on?" Old Peculiar says the portal must be destroyed, and Simon's like, What? Like, Simon, that we did establish that, to be fair. And then the airship begins to move with stunning special effects.
Oh my god!
And then
it was so crazy.
It was wild.
The triumphant music, the blah 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 blah. And then the Daisy fan art swirls on the screen.
Daisy,
that was so great. I'm glad we watched this 3-minute video. It's great.
It was the best.
Other than Lalna, there's one other artist that's credited, and their DeviantArt page is linked on there. I didn't see any other socials on there, and the most recent post to like their most recent art post was, I think, in 2015. I had a good laugh reading their bio though. Their username Snekcid, SNEKCID.
Yeah, Sneckside.
Rumored to lure in the soaked streets of Liverpool, the Snekcid likes to stay in warm, dark areas. It is also said that it has square eyeballs and a fascination for shapes and colors.
Wow. Shapes and colors.
Wow.
And what a beautiful artist the Snekcid was.
Favorite genre of music? Narp.
Me! Oh my god.
Narp.
It's me when I'm narp.
Hey guys, you want to listen to some narp after this?
Yeah!
I would love to.
Awesome.
Yeah. DeviantWare sizing preference, one that fits. Really great. Operating system, organs.
Sure.
Very good.
This was a biological artist. No AI art was involved in Shadow of Israphel.
True.
Yeah. My favorite thing is favorite movies. Nope.
No, none.
Obviously traveled in the future and watched the movie Nope.
Exactly,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
God.
They also list their digital art mode of operations as Corel Painter. Side note, Corel Painter 2023 is currently half off for $200.
Oh!
Ooh.
We could make art just like Snexon.
Wow.
Yeah, that was all I wanted to say about the artist side note.
Yeah. What do you all think about the recap?
Hype.
It was really fun. Wow.
Oh, I should talk about my music findings, because I had to figure out what the fuck this music was.
Oh, yeah.
The track,
I looked in the comments. So apparently the music in this video comes from a transportation simulator game, which is like managing trains and buses, like all infrastructure for transport. And I just say, when the fuck does this song play in that game?
Yeah.
It gets hype. Maybe when I park that bus.
The commenter names the track. It's called Dangerous Streets, but as I was looking through it, I couldn't find it on, like, there was no there were YouTube playlists for this game, but it wasn't there, and I wasn't sure. I was so confused. But
scary.
Eventually, someone said, "Oh, it's from like an Australian expansion of the game, so it's not in the main soundtrack." And I found the SoundCloud link to like the game, I guess. It has all the game soundtracks. I'm sharing that in here. It's Transport Giant is the game. You can probably just look up SoundCloud Transport Giant, and yeah, like it's fucking crazy. It's a crazy track.
Oh my god.
It had no reason to be like that at all.
Thank you for your service, Australians.
For a game about trains and cars?
To quote one of my friends that I play D&D with pretty often, there is nothing sexier than Amtrak.
I might try to put it in the episode if I can figure out how to download it and get it in here, because it needs to be heard. More people need to know about this fucking piece of music. Jesus
really
Christ.
Cool.
Oh my god. Another comment just reads, "These were the ancient times of Minecraft, where mods weren't anywhere to be seen, and the land was fresh, and a golden age of adventures and heroics beyond the times of today." This was the golden age before it all went to shit.
Back in my day, before Mr. Beast started playing Minecraft.
Does he fucking play that game? I doubt. I don't believe it. I think
he's
that
made some videos about it. I
think he's just acting. He's just doing like a face cam bit where he pretends.
He's reacting to the videos.
I was gonna say it's funny to cast this, like Simon Lewis especially, in the role of like the Age of Heroes, like from Greek mythology. Like this sort of ahistorical, misty time where, like, oh yeah, all these, like, legendary demigods lived and did cool shit in this day. And now we've all reduced and fallen from grace from that history.
It is really funny to imagine.
It's really interesting.
I'm picturing... okay.
I was just gonna say, it's interesting, like, this video is so, like, dated that it's really easy to find old comments. Like, people from the future don't really go back to watch this video. It's not really often, I don't see it in, like, playlists that are, like, compilations of Shadow of Israphel or anything. Yeah. So, it's a weird time capsule here.
I was gonna say, I'm imagining, like, Honeydew is, like, this big, sort of, like, huge marble statue, kind of a little bit ruined by the ages. And we're looking back at it, like, we're looking at these scrolls, like, reading their stories, looking up this dramatic shot. With, like,
look upon my works and despair.
You walk up to the statue and you're in awe at its craftsmanship, and you look down at the, like, podium, that, like, tells a little bit about it. And you're like, wow, what a crazy cool adventure this must have been. And you look up just in time to see a pigeon poop on his nose.
I feel like that would really happen, honestly. And then you can hear, like, not the ghost of him, because I think it'd be funny. He's just, like, literally just still there. He's still alive. He's like, haha.
I shouldn't dwell on these comments, really, because this is not what we're here for. But
unfortunately,
yeah.
I did just open Clip Studio Paint, because I did actually want to try drawing that now, because I think that's hilarious.
So...
I'm just messing around with, like, paintbrushes anyway, so that could be crazy, so... But continue.
Yeah, God, it's... Okay. Now that we're all on the same page, let's talk about the real nitty and gritty. The true Shadow of Israphel experience. The reason we did this podcast, it hasn't even been all that shadowy just yet. But we're about to go right in. With Shadow of Israphel, Part 1, Crash and Burn.
Woo! We did it!
So this
Finally, we're here, guys! We finally did it!
We're here!
We're here!
This episode was uploaded one day after the recap, so they didn't give you a lot of time to, like, wait. You didn't have to wait for this stuff back in the day. It has 10.5 million views.
Woo!
Which is somehow still less than part 1 of the overall Let's Play. I don't understand. I get it, but man, everyone's hyped for this one, and of course a lot of Yogg historians must come back like, I'll try it out. I'll see if it's for me.
Yeah.
And then maybe something happened. But we open up with some, triumphant, uplifting, dramatic music, which was at the end of the trailer. The airship, complete with balloon, with Skylord, Lysander, and Old Peculiar on top, is soaring through the skies. We can see it. They're walking around. It's real.
The
it's actually real.
Value.
It's so crazy.
It's so
Look at that boat.
Simon and Lewis walk out from the lower decks. Oh my god. And there's credits and stuff. It's the Yogscast presents a Minecraft adventure starring Simon as
I probably
Honeydew.
would have shit my pants. That was so hype.
You're so real for that one, honestly.
it's badass. It's actually so cool. And then the airship suddenly dramatically pitches down into a plummeting descent for seemingly no reason as a giant green screen explosion happens as the music cuts out with a record scratch.
Explosion.
Literally, in my notes, I have, look at that boat, and down it goes.
I was like, they died? I was just like, already? Well, that was over. That's the Shadow of Israphel.
And then it cuts right back to the music as our heroes awaken. Oh, where am I? There's fire everywhere, Lewis, Simon says, and then Lewis goes all corporate. Hello and welcome to the brand new series of the Yogscast, Minecraft Adventure. That was the entire season budget there, spent on that little cutscene you saw at the start. It's a link to the guy who made it in the comments. Too bad about that link. I have no idea where that is.
Lost form.
I did find the guy who made. I don't know if he made specifically the intro cutscene, but he did make the location flash on screen, the
Oh
sort
god,
of things.
That is a fucking crazy. I'm gonna talk about that moment.
Yeah, not to get ahead of the notes,
That's
but
nice,
I did find the guy who made that.
It's sad how the comments do not work like that anymore.
Yeah,
I can't fucking see that.
He doesn't make Minecraft Machinimas anymore because he found more success on a different channel making content in his native language, which is Norwegian. But he just kept up his channel for archival purposes. I can probably find it again after the recording's over.
Nice.
I love people who just keep in mind the art, because no matter what you make, there's probably someone 30 years down the line that's gonna want to see it.
Yeah, people care about Minecraft Let's Plays.
Yeah,
like
what
us.
fucking weirdos like that?
I know.
I don't know anyone who would ever
Historians. So Lewis introduces himself as Spaceman and Simon as my friend. He asks him how he's doing, and Simon says, "Well, I'm slightly dozy. I've just been in a crash of an airship just plummeting into the rocky earth. Actually, now that I think about it, the airship crashed and there's fire everywhere, and I'm stood here holding a flint and tinder, looking a bit sheepish." I love Simon theorizing about his own character's actions.
Did I do this?
It's a very
immersion break.
It's a very role-playing game to be pitching well, maybe I might have set it on fire and caused us to crash.
Maybe
the thing right before that though, him saying he was in a crash. I was like, a crash? Oh, the airship. I thought he was going to say he was in a car crash in real life right before the recording.
Oh no!
You just barely survived.
No, we can't let them alter the timeline. Israphel! It's gonna cost Simon to crash his car, Final Destination style.
Not to,
No,
Go to
fuck
the
no.
studio.
Not to rewind a little bit more, but I did like Lewis's like pilot voice as he goes, "Hello and welcome to the next season. We have texture packs now, and maybe
really
even a little
is.
bit of a budget.
That's
Oops,
right,
not
I'm
anymore."
gonna say.
Oh yeah, texture pack. Yeah, they're using
Yeah.
a nice fancy schmancy texture pack.
It was really nice.
That is
I was
called
like, wow.
Doku Craft. I know this because it's the fucking most ballerest texture pack ever. It's the best.
It's so
Literally.
cool.
It's a very like fantasy kind of like high fantasy epic kind of texture pack. It gives it all a very much more RPG feel, which is suitable for the tone of the world that they're creating.
Yeah.
So I should mention we are once again at their base, or like to the left of their base, because
Yeah.
this is the evil, the cave of doom and despair where they built their Hellgate. They're there. They're right there. There's fires everywhere, which is because of the crash, and I know because of the crash / Simon. And there's also a lot of sand everywhere. It's they're in their little cavern. Lewis crawls out of it.
So I do have one thing to say about this.
Hmm?
Just a small little thing. I find it incredibly funny because, of course, there's no joke to this. This is the complete season after the pilot gets approved. But man, they really don't miss any beat in making the actual episode after the pilot is approved. Because it's fucking new textures, new actors, new cinematics.
Yeah.
This is
real.
It really is.
They got
So awesome.
They got a huge budget. This is like it's like season 1 of Lost going into season 2 of Lost. It's like
Exactly.
Oh, shit, this is a success. Oh my god, order more episodes.
Literally.
Thank you.
And they were
thank
making
you.
it just not sure where the fuck they were going. They were like, oh, I guess we'll just end it as soon as possible. No, we got to keep this thing going.
Exactly.
So we can see the debris of the airship. The trees are all on fire. The airship's body and balloon are cut in half. It's a mess. Peculiar and Lysander are down in the wreckage, presumably waking up themselves while Lewis and Simon bring us back into the thick of things. Lewis interrupts Simon's theorizing. So yeah, we're back. This is an old world. Oh, goodness me. Everything's on fire.
Goodness gracious.
We finally returned. He descends the stairs. He walks up to Old Peculiar. Trees are on fire. The airship's on fire. Skylord Lysander's on fire. Good thing that guy didn't die. That'd be sad if we had to say goodbye.
That would
right
be
here.
so funny immediately.
His only job was to bring them here and nothing else.
He's just like, my job is done. Farewell, young travelers.
So Old Peculiar is going he's going right back to the adventure. There's no way. Lewis laughs okay, I guess they crashed. They've got brain damage. They're all fucked up. And he's like, hurry, heroes! Follow me through the portal when you're ready! Which is Simon's Old Peculiar voice. He debuts his Old Peculiar voice officially. Simon does a lot more voice acting because he's not scared of them anymore. If you remember, for a while he thought that they were all freaks just role-playing on their server.
Yeah.
He didn't know who the fuck... he didn't think they were real NPCs, but he was definitely, uncomfortable. It's why are all these guys doing this?
Who are all these guys on me? This is
Genuine
super.
fear. Yeah,
I'm scared.
I vividly remember Simon's voice acting. He was the man of 1,000 voices that all sounded suspiciously alike. So... Honeydew replies to Old Peculiar, "Where am I?" in the text chat. "Who am I?"
Which
Who
I
are
really
you?
love.
Lewis laughs and says, "You remember where we are, Simon. We're under your K." And Skylander,
Yo, holy shit.
I
Skylord
know
Lysander
that.
tells him, "You are Honeydew, the Bold." That's a nice title for him. He's very bold.
I like that one. I like that one a lot for him.
They have their chest of shit that they earned during the Survival Island Let's Play. So it's like, yeah, that wasn't for nothing. We'll use all of our tools on our adventure. They're divvying it up. A lot of sand in the chest. Lewis says Simon can take the TNT, and he says, "Are you sure this is wise, given how the airship may have met its end?" Lewis references how he used it to great effect in some previous situation that we are not privy to. I guess it must have been something on that island.
What did he do on that island?
What did he do on that island just to survive? People do dark things to survive. Lewis decides he'll take the random useless nether blocks they found on the island, assuming they may be important quest items later.
Some glowstone,
netherrack, just random bullshit.
What did I miss?
I don't know. We're down in the wreckage. They're gathering their stuff from the chest in the ship, and they're about to go into the portal.
Okay.
So this is when Lewis explains the texture pack, and he's like, "Hey, look, I like Lewis's diamond sword now. It looks like an elegant and ancient blade."
I know. I was gonna say I really love this texture pack. I was so excited when I saw it. I was like, "Yeah, let's fucking go!"
It is so good in quality, and you can still use it today. It's updated to this very day. Maybe.
Yay.
I haven't checked.
I'm pretty sure.
I know the website's still up, so I assume it is.
At the very least, it should be compatible with most things, so hopefully.
Can't wait to see Lewis never use this cool-looking sword.
Nice.
Lewis turns to Old Peculiar and Lysander standing side by side, swords drawn, and goes, "Look at these boys.
Look at these boys.
Look at these lads."
Oh yeah, I did. One thing you did miss, Ross, was Simon's new cool voice for Old Peculiar.
That's exactly the voice I gave him when I read the chat message out loud.
"Daisy awaits me," he says. And Simon goes, "Oh God, of course, Daisy. I completely forgot about her."
I fucking
Forgot about Daisy. You were vying for her affections.
He's very romantic. They climb the stairs. Simon says, "So I guess they fixed the nether, and we're gonna go in." And before Lewis can say, "I don't think they did," Simon keeps bigging it up, saying, "And we're finally gonna go through it. We're finally gonna go, and we're gonna save Daisy." But Simon's not so scared anymore, because they've got backup now. They've got Old Peculiar and Skylord Lysander.
Yeah.
They walk straight through it. The NPCs walk through it. The players stand in it, waiting for the game mechanic to happen. Simon goes, "Whoa!" It's not working, Simon. We're not getting portaled. Lewis finally takes note of all the sand lying around. And Simon goes, "Oh well, we'll just have to find another custom map to do because it's still broken." Which, this makes me wonder, first it makes me wonder how this story would have gone if it was not broken.
Yeah.
And they could have actually gone in, would it have just been, really short, and they, would have had some climactic thing happen?
Maybe?
I saw netherrack in their inventory, so I thought that it did.
That's from the Survival Island challenge map, which is a custom map. So
okay.
Someone probably cheated to get that.
Oh my god.
It's like a reward.
The Yogscast cheating?
No, the Yogscast did not cheat. The map creator cheated. It was there were things where it's here, find the hidden nether things underground. They had to mine for them and find them.
Oh, okay.
It was that sort of thing. Because, there were no achievements in the game, so they had to make up their own. The community had to make up challenges and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's I wonder whether they were doing Survival Island and they genuinely thought that it would get fixed by now and had to change plans because it wasn't, or if they just kind of got impatient and would rather have done something well, I guess we might as well do something kind of fun to pass the time until it gets fixed. I wonder how just the constraints of development have shaped the story of Shadow of Israphel. What do you all think?
I will say this is a bit early for it, but supposedly someone in the comments said that you're supposed to stand inside the portal for 10 seconds and then you'll be transported. But I'm inclined to think that isn't true. Because I think I checked the timeline earlier than this, earlier.
Yeah, I think
it
it's
was
just not working because Notch is a lazy asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just not fucking working because this game's shit. But yeah, I could imagine the demand for more of this series being so great. They were like, well, we can't just fucking wait. We gotta do something.
Yeah.
God,
The people don't give a shit about our survival. Yeah, so yeah, it's peculiar. You go, curse him. He sealed the way. Yeah, that's probably it. That's probably what happened.
Really good voice acting.
This is a later thing Simon talks about, but it's Israphel's doing. That's all. It's fucking Israphel. We've also talked about this before. Fucking Israphel. Can't believe it.
Literally, it's all
Then he says, "The sand. Could it be?" Plot relevant sland.
Oh, plot relevant slam.
Pot relevant sand.
It just got worse. Keep going.
You sand for weed.
Lewis is fucking. Lewis
One
does
person's gonna
Skylander's voice. God damn it, Skylord Lysander.
Can we name this episode Skylander?
He does Skylord's voice. What peculiar? What is it? That's his voice. I realized just now that the reason Skylord Lysander is here is so Lewis and Simon don't have to awkwardly pause and type responses to Old Peculiar. Now Skylord Lysander can have a practice script to do.
Yeah.
No! The portal must be destroyed! What?
The voice for Old Peculiar is pretty fitting, but just by looking at Lysander, it was really funny going from what I was doing before to watching the episodes for this recording. What I was doing before being watching Ralph Bakshi's Lord of the Rings. And I thought it was going to be like Aragorn for some reason, specifically from that version. The voice they're doing is kind of similar, but it's all, it's all in the delivery.
Yeah, Lewis is not the voice actor extraordinary here. He could use some heart, but hopefully doing voices for people, the show that he could get a little more into the story and stop being so scared all the time.
Yeah.
And then, so, Peculiar's like, oh, we gotta destroy it. Well, a minute ago he wanted to go through it. Now we got to destroy it? I wish he'd make up his bloody mind.
Yeah.
What about Daisy? Peculiar's gaze lingers on the portal. There are other portals. We must find them. Lewis is asking how to destroy a portal and goes, I guess we just gotta hit with a diamond pick, obviously. Simon does ask in character how they save Daisy. # good roleplayer.
Hell yeah.
Simon hops up with a diamond pick. He has to destroy it because he's got the diamond pick and the diamond pants. Lewis reminds us all of his pants. Peculiar and Lysander,
a savior will come wearing
they
diamond
commiserate
pants.
over how evil this portal is and how the world is in peril. It's all dark and evil. Oh, Simon and Lewis have doomed the world.
I took the sand to mean that, like, its very presence is salting the earth. Like, it's making the soil become not fertile anymore.
Good theory crafting. Good theory crafting. I will support that on this podcast. So Simon slowly says in the dialogue he's typing, worry not... I'm just typing out to Old Peculiar. Worry not, old man... I'm not very good at typing and talking at the same time. And then on screen, in the text chat, worry not, Lord Manfusen.
Oh, Lord Manfusen. I shall destroy you.
I shall destroy the portal. I shall destroy the op 3 Ert. You like slurring your words. I've got a head injury, probably. Old Peculiar asks if he's drunk, and Lysander asks if they should trust him with the pick if he is. I love these new characters. I love their
I am kind of obsessed with this new guy, for sure. I'm like,
yeah,
so cool,
it is really nice.
Awesome.
He's our new golden
so
boy.
Cool with
Skylander, our best friend.
I love
Skylander. Pendolium and Skylander. They're my favorite characters.
This is shaping up to be a really good episode for my partner specifically, because not only is he a really big Skylander's head, but when we brought up the fucking, like, the pot of the sland or whatever that joke was made. I made a joke that only he would get, so hi, honey, shout out to you.
Yay, people, happy Pride! Forever.
So
hi, Ross's partner. Hi.
He destroys it. He destroys his foul portal. Simon frees the land of its dark spell. But then, Old Peculiar Asterisk clutches at his chest. Asterisk! Simon and Lewis are so worried. No!
I was so freaked the fuck out. I was like, no.
He's not been very He's not looking well, and it's true. Old Peculiar's changed since we last saw him. He's got a 5 o'clock shadow. He's lost his rosy cheeks. He's diminished.
Hardened
He's
by
sickly.
the ways of the world.
No. And Simon yells, "Hang in there, old man!" in character. Yeah, Mil?
I just want Old Peculiar to survive.
I want him to be okay.
I want him to live.
Listen, I think it's really fucked up that they...
I want to live.
Listen,
rest.
I think it's really fucked how they recasted him, but I still need him to live.
They didn't recast him. He's the same guy. He's just in makeup, dude.
It's just...
He just grew a beard for the role.
I see.
It's been a long
committed actor, my bad.
For Old Peculiar.
He's pushing himself too hard. I love the question mark of what happened between the series and the survival island, like how they got on that survival island. So like Peculiar's been like panicked, like looking for them, stressing out about all this, and they've been like going, oh, it's a survival island, and they've just been like fucking around, making him worry. He's been so worried about them.
They got stranded on the island. They couldn't
by accident. Peculiar, you are sick. We must take you to Mistral City. And then old Peculiar goes, Daisy. He's sick. He's delirious. He's wounded. We can continue the search there. Simon and Lewis are just full on voice acting the dialogue. By the way, I do really love that. I love them playing toys with each other.
Me too. Play more toys.
The NPC duo have mentioned Mistral City before. I believe it was in the last episode, Survival Island. They mentioned, like, we're going to Mistral City! Or whatever, I don't know. But
Mistral City.
Lewis asked in character, where is the city? And Simon goes, where is this city?
That was so funny. Why did he...
Zephos' in character. Zephos' voice claim is the little alien in a cage that we do.
God, I love they can't. These fucking men can't just have a moment of like vulnerability and like play and do voices with each other. They gotta like take shots at each other to legitimize it. God damn it! I don't know. That's just really so funny. it's Simon is funny for that one. Lewis laughed too, to be fair.
Yeah.
Lewis wandered down the wreckage, and Simon so empathetically tells him to retrieve the bucket of milk for Old Peculiar. He needs it as a pick-me-up.
Need me.
Yeah.
And Lewis offers to give him a pork chop, too. They're such good friends.
Yeah.
Does like his meal.
It is a long way away. At least a day. That rhymes. It's the rhyme word. You should gather any supplies you may have. In the process of giving it to him, Lysander picks it up and has to throw it at him. Lysander just regurgitated a pork chop right in front of my eyes. That was horrific. Then Lewis goes, nom nom. Peculiar thanks them for their kindness.
Wow.
And Simon, to the York Cave! We haven't been there for ages. Old Peculiar asks whether there are houses around here, and Lewis says, we did have a house here originally, didn't we? Of course, the York Cave. But Lewis is talking about the original little shit shack they built on the beach, which Simon had almost completely forgotten about. I feel like Simon dismantled that like night 2.
They used its supplies.
Yeah, they go into the supply shed.
This is all taking place in the side room next to the portal. Yeah, the supply shed where they were like, put all your items in the chest. We're gonna die because they were so scared. And Lysander asks, is this your house? It's quite small. It's fucking...
Yeah.
You cheeky, says Honeydew. And Zephos says, just wait and see, because they're going to blow them away with their cave house. They're going to go nuts. Lewis is talking about whether or not Old Peculiar will put 2 and 2 together, that the portal right next to their house was probably built by them. And he concludes he probably knows already, even if he's too nice to say it.
Yeah.
Old Peculiar quips to Lysander, perhaps you landed on it, Lysander.
Oh, no.
Which is cute. Their banter. I love their banter. I love their back and forth.
It is at this point that I realize, either by sheer reaching or just like, I don't know, not pattern recognition, but it is just like, it reminds me, not reminds me, but like, in my own brain, this is the precursor to the diggy diggy hole voice. This is the primordial ooze.
Well, maybe keep that in mind as we move forward. Simon is he's defending his honor. Our home is the glorious Yog Cave. Access via this tunnel here. The tunnel that they dug to their house.
Yeah.
Simon says in dwarf voice, "Follow me! I'll lead the way." Which is...
There you go.
It must be some reference to something. Yeah, that's his famous dwarf voice. He must be referencing some voice line because he says it like that every single time, and it's really deep ingrained in my
money's
head.
on the fact that it might be a World of Warcraft thing.
That sounds right.
That sounds in character.
Lewis wonders why the torches in the tunnel are all gone and why there isn't water at the end of it. And then he reaches the end of it.
I would just like.
Oh my God! What the hell has happened here?
The one time we don't have the coward POV, it's when the Yog home has been eviscerated.
Lewis steps out. The whole thing's gone. It's a crater. It's an enormous hole. The trees are all burnt logs. There's fire everywhere. There's lava at the bottom of the pit. Just a little bit, not like a whole
Israphel
surface,
has griefed them to the power of all griefing.
It's crazy.
Yeah. There's no way
I have something to say.
Okay.
What's your mill thing?
I just really need to point out how they have an entire fucking establishing shot. That really fucking got me.
The establishing shot made me laugh so hard.
The
cinematic camera shot through the remains and the Dark Souls Yog Cave ruins coming on screen in the Yogscast font is crazy.
It's like
so
Wirt will understand this. It's like the location equivalent of the Yakuza character introductions, where their name flash on screen.
Oh my God. I knew that this happened, but I did not expect it to be so funny to me.
I get that.
Because that's what it is. It's Dark Souls. They were really aiming to blow people out of the water with episode 1. The cutscene at the beginning, the establishing shot, the zoom out, which by the way is still using vanilla textures for some reason. I guess they didn't figure that one out. But it's still awesome. It zooms out from the back door to where the Yog Cave should be. Instead, it's just open to the elements, blasted by some giant force. Maybe Lysander really did crash into it because the whole front is missing. The tower is barely still intact with the top part. The waterfall Israphel added running down. The wood flooring is half destroyed, jutting out from the area where most of their stuff was. It's all gone. And now it's going to be even hard. It's going to be even harder to finish the roof now because there's so much work.
They'll never finish the roof at this rate.
They'll never
gonna finish the roof at this rate.
I don't know which is worse, to be honest. If, the fact that they didn't and it was, now they have even more work to do, or if they did finish it and now all that work had gone to waste.
What a karmic, dramatic thing.
Yeah.
I love Simon... Skylar Lysander walks in and ever the smart aleck. This doesn't look very homely. Dude,
their house has been blown up.
Their house has been destroyed.
Simon theorizes
it's a few blocks of TNT and then begins to cry and sob.
His house has been destroyed.
Loser's trying to raise his spirits by pointing out their stuff might be up there. But Simon, something really just takes him. We've been on such a long journey through so many places, and I just wanted to go home. No, Simon!
Heartbreaking.
The pathos, truly. Even up here, yeah.
Even their fucky stairs are even more fucked
up.
It's
been destroyed, Luce. It's like my stairs. I spent so fucking long building these shitty stairs.
Those are
and then there's holes everywhere. It's crazy, and that's when I'm so maybe it was vandalism and not Lysander's fault. And Simon says, "Lysander, what did you land on our Yog Cave?" But then Lysander is it was the smoke from this place that clogged the Solano and caused her crash. So Lysander's innocent. The place was already on fire and burning before the airship crashed. Call that some Ace Attorney Minecraft shit.
Objection.
Lewis says he doesn't know what that means, slogged. And Simon says it's probably a technical term. Then Old Peculiar offers Honeydew some boots he found on his travels, which I guess, I don't know, they never released like a comic or a mini-series to explain what he did during the break. But I guess he found it.
Yeah, where's the IDW Yogscast?
That's how they should finish this. They should just get
it's
a
true.
fucking
I think it would be
contract.
Good.
Anyway,
I'm actually totally, yeah.
Old Peculiar, yeah. Thanks a lot, friend. That really makes up for my home being destroyed. Thanks.
Booties in exchange for home destruction.
Yeah. Equal trade.
Yeah.
So, it's getting dark. Lewis thinks they can't bunk up in here because it's all unsecure. He takes a moment to compliment Simon on his trendy new boots, saying they suit you. Simon ignores it. So, let me get this straight. Someone has blown up our house, the York Cave, and the smoke from the crash, from the wreckage of our house, caused the airship to crash. So, it wasn't me that set fire to the Solano. Just so we get that straight. If any lawyers, law enforcement officers are watching, it was not my fault.
So funny.
I want to, in this instance, I want to spotlight the Minecraft body acting on Let Me Get This Straight, because he does like a little saucy little like look over his shoulder before beckoning into the vast chasm that used to be their house as Lewis walks up to him as like, I'm picturing this in the third person so clearly in my mind.
I love a video game.
It is so fun.
Lewis asks if they think that, you reckon we could claim? He gets some house insurance. Lewis, with this blame, this claim. Which makes me laugh.
Very good.
So they're grabbing random shit from their old chests. Lysander recommends they leave at dawn. But Old Peculiar invents a reason for them to fucking hurry along. He said, I can't stay in this place! The smoke!
He's dying! Grandpa's dying!
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Gather your supplies. We'll head out immediately. Siphos asks how far it is again, which they already answered. Simon's like, great, we're going down this road to a city I've never heard of in the dark. It's just dandy. And then the splash screen takes us out. And, whew! What a first episode of season 2. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Wowie.
There's so much to say, yeah?
I have just two little, like, closing notes for this episode specifically, which is, say the line, Turnip, the meat still doesn't stack. And it makes me still so mad.
It'll be a while.
And also, in reference to the fact that I did this right after watching the Ralph Bakshi Lord of the Rings, I'm gonna tell my kids that this was the Fellowship of the Cube.
True.
Instead of the ring.
Exactly, bro.
I feel like I looked at this with a crazy analytical eye, which was really interesting to do after having just watched it like for fun or as a child. Where I'm like, first off, I noticed that Old Peculiar and Lysander serve like a functional role to like to talk with each other, to move the script along in ways that are a little less like awkward than Lewis and Simon having to drop everything to talk.
Yeah, I find it's a little good for that. I think it's a very smart idea.
But also, I thought it was very interesting how the Yog Cave was destroyed, because, like, the loss of the Yog Cave is so symbolic. It was their survival Minecraft base, and it can no longer serve them in this story. Like, this story has outgrown the original Minecraft Let's Play format, and now it's like, it can only hold them back from the adventure that they're on. There's no turning back now. They've burned the ships. They have to venture into this new, darker world. It represents a sort of loss of innocence. We've crossed a threshold that we can never really go back to.
Here's a really quick and dirty sketch I was doing the whole time.
Oh, let's see.
Oh. Whoa!
Oh, this is the best!
Awesome!
So fucking awesome!
Put this in the
going in
thumbnail
right
for
here.
the episode.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
I was just about to say.
To put our heads over this or something, can we all be looking at the statue instead of Israphel?
I have to edit this more, obviously. Like, the pillars don't pillar, but I was trying to get a feel for light and value.
That is so great. I love
So
that.
good.
I want him to reach out his little block arm to me and say, "Let's take ibuprofen together."
True.
Let's take ibuprofen
Milnak, were you
together.
saying something about
Oh.
the heartbreak of it all?
No, I mean, I think if anything, I was just going to be saying the heartbreak of it all, of just being forced to leave and like, I'm sorry, I had something I want to say. I don't feel as strongly as I do anymore.
I'm sorry! I didn't mean to drop this on you guys.
It's so awesome, though. It's so
is this the
great.
thing you were talking about before we
Yes.
started about like everything going crazy, Mil?
Was it? Oh God. I'm not sure. Honestly, I think I've lost my train of thought, and I'm so sorry.
Well, just say it as soon as you remember it, no matter what we're talking about, okay?
I'll wait for the most inopportune time to mention it.
Okay. First, did you do old comments?
Yes,
this
I
time
have.
around?
It's hard to
Oh,
find
Lord.
good ones. It's hard for me to find like ones that I think are especially funny or interesting. But I have a few that I enjoyed.
Mhm.
First of all, this one that says all creeper jokes about the Yog Cave are in very bad taste. As if this is like a terrible event that has just happened.
National tragedy.
That's the heartbreak. There we go.
It's the heartbreak that. God, yeah. Anything else? Just that.
No, I got two more. And then most people in the comments were like, "Oh, they were laughing at Old Peculiar's voice, and like they were enjoying the episode." But then these two individuals, Mr. Ed 88455, said, "I'm kind of tired of Old Man and Skylord. Can't you adventure without them? This is the first episode. You've barely been around. This is the first episode.
What the fuck?
He just got
Shut
here.
up, man! Fuck you! How dare you say that shit about Old Peculiar? Especially Skylar Lysander, he just got here!
Just got here.
Just
What
got
the
off
hell?
the plane.
This guy had time travel, he
Jesus.
came back in time. I'm tired of it.
Tired of it.
From episode 7, I'm tired of it.
Tired. Alright, and the last one says, "Kill Old Peculiar. He's a liability. A liability, I tell you."
Oh,
No!
oh
He's
God.
Still on the Old Peculiar's evil truther.
I think
Oh,
I
man.
just think he wants to kill him because he's old.
Yeah.
Because he's
That's what I
coughing
heard.
and dying.
Just eugenics.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Terrifying.
No.
Dude.
But yeah, that's
You guys
all I
hate
got.
a bad bitch for existing.
That's
But-
all I got.
Seriously.
For this episode.
All I really got, most of the comments were just nostalgia mourning, but one of them was just, I literally bought Minecraft thinking this was gonna happen.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
We're just gonna move briskly ahead. This is gonna be
Yeah.
a double thick, double wide
feature.
episode, because it's just so important, and also I'm out of practice taking notes and pacing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's time for Shadow of Israphel Part 2, Road to Mistral. As is tradition, somehow 5 million people thought, not interested, and did not tune into Part 2 of this series,
No.
leaving us with 4.9 million views. Upload the day after as well. These guys are crazy. The description describes Simon Lewis as reeling from the loss of the Yog Cave. I am too.
Girl, me too.
Yeah,
What the
oh my
hell?
God.
And there's more art, which I imagine Duncan must have done because it references something that happened one episode ago, and there was no way they could have edited that in to a video upload the day after. That's just crazy.
Yeah.
But it's a postcard with Skylord's airship crashed and on fire with greetings from Minecraftia on it. So Skylander, I'm never
Just-
gonna get over that.
Just call him
No,
Skylander.
it's so
Who
good. I
cares?
love it.
Skylord says, "Follow me," which Simon does the voice for. He turns into a dwarf when he says it. Luz is dismayed that the Yog tree is on fire, which is the mysterious tree, of course. It's so funny he forgets that it was an omen of the coming doom and not their cherished mascot. It's kind of poetic about him, like, longing for that which even once disturbed and terrified them, as it was at least familiar to them.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
True.
That's a lot of meta commentary I'm doing, really.
Mhm.
So
I'm here for it. Listen. I'm enraptured.
oh god. But Simon
I-
says,
It's just, in the shot of the postcard, I really like the cursive writing at the bottom right that says, "Nice landing, Lysander."
I didn't even notice that. Awesome. So, Simon's like, I think this world is my fault, not true. That was Israphel. He forgot. There's a creeper. Lysander leads them back towards the wreck, because they have to go out to the ice to get to the road. Peculiar calls out the creeper, but Simon shoots it with an arrow and instantly kills it. I laughed really hard when Lysander said "where" in chat with no punctuation or capitalization.
Where?
He's like clearly panicked. Where?
He was scared.
Aha! A new mysterious road. The road is destroyed. A bad omen. Skyless. I call him Skylander here.
Skyless.
I wrote in my notes. Skylander.
It's his name.
It's his name.
I realize at this point that because they've come across a couple zombies on their way, the zombies in this texture pack look fucking terrifying.
Oh god, I don't think I even saw one clearly, or else I didn't process it.
It was, on top of that, it was also like they're walking at night, so it's like dark and freaky, and there's just like this like scary guy with like a creepypasta face, but it's actually scary, and I'm like, oh.
The road is damaged. It's all falling apart. Lewis wonders if they need to mend it or just walk around it. Old Peculiar's he hopes that the city still stands. The world has been in chaos since they've been gone. They missed it all.
Oh.
Simon sees there's lava pouring out of the pyramid. It has a huge hole in it. That made me think that the ship like crashed into the pyramid and like bounced off of it onto the beach. That's kind of what I think happened.
That's what I felt was in my heart.
Do you remember that pyramid? Simon loses his train of thought. I remember. The world's in peril. It's been damaged. Lewis asks whether this is all Israphel's work, and for a moment I ponder whether he's referring to, like, the road system, not the fact it was destroyed.
Yeah.
It's all Israphel's fault. This shitty infrastructure.
Everything is his fault.
I don't know whether Israphel's done any of this, though. I mean, because Israphel didn't appear until we built the portal, remember? I mean, it could have been ancient stuff. Lewis is delving into the different theorems that one could posit to explain their anomalous Minecraft server and its NPCs and its lore, and I'm so all for it. But Old Peculiar grows weak, and he, like, collapses on the road, and they have to stop. Simon goes, "Oh, come on, what's wrong with him now?"
Why are they so mean to him?
He's so mean.
He's just an old guy.
Like a quest where you have to stop periodically to defend an NPC. Lewis says, Simon's very anxious about this. He's like, don't jinx us, don't say that. I don't think anything's gonna happen, and nothing does happen, because the roads are all well lit.
Hooray!
Simon asks if Lewis can give him some more food. Lewis has the means, but does not. Lysander decides now it's time to properly introduce himself. New character! Lewis voices him. He introduces himself as Lysander, but Simon goes, his name's Skylord. We can see it above his head. I don't think that's his first name. That's like his title. Like Peculiar's old.
Hey.
Simon types in chat.
It's like in Morrowind when you like ask their background and it's just like, I'm just
I am a commoner. I'm a Skylord. I am old.
I did type in my notes, Mr. Old.
Simon types in chat, we can see above your head, and Lysander looks up above his head to try and see what Simon's talking about. Classic physical comedy. We're so back.
Yay.
He explains he's one of the Skylords, the ruling council of Mistral City. So Lewis changes his voice to be more gruff, because he's a man of authority. So he's like, he's kind of like a politician or something. Oh, he's like a Time Lord, Simon says. Well, he's
so
a Sky Lord. Zephyros gives him a pork chop. Peculiar, I assume. With the Solano god, I may be a Sky Lord no longer. Oh, poor guy. Meanwhile, Simon asterisk rubs Old Peculiar's back asterisk. And then he shudders when Old Peculiar says that felt good. Homophobic.
He literally rubbed his... What did you think?
You're the one who did that, man. What do you want? You want to feel good or not?
Yeah.
Weak.
Will you give people all
It
massage
feels good
or
in a
not?
straight way.
It's really weird. He's dying!
Me when I'm dying, dude.
The moon is round in this texture pack, which is scary. Wrong.
It's not right.
Simon can see a missing chunk. Lewis can't. Lewis tells Simon to relog to fix the world hole. Simon says, I think this might be the work of Israphel. Old Peculiar also leaves. And Lewis reads Lysander going, I'm glad you shall see the spires of Mistral at dawn. And he goes in his gay little voice, ew, that sounds exciting. Lewis' gay voice. I didn't know he had one of those.
Happy Pride!
Happy Pride.
I reckon it's Israphel. People blame Notch for this stuff, right? They blame Notch for portals not working. They blame Notch for these big missing chunks in multiplayer. But I think it's Israphel. It all makes sense. He doesn't want us to follow him. He doesn't want us to follow the road to Mistral City. Simon's deep in the theorizing too. I think we should blame Notch for more things.
Yeah, I do have philosophy. I literally have it in my notes. Please blame Notch.
How about maybe if he could fucking learn some multi-threading, you fucking lazy asshole.
Literally.
An unknown NPC types in chat, obviously, like, assuming that Lewis was not there to see it or something. World holes. really funny. How did people think this was real?
An angelic voice calling from afar.
That reminds. That
Lewis
feels like, you know,
that
when
as singing.
you're at like a fucking.
Someone's yodeling.
I was just gonna say, this reminds me of when you're at a fucking school play and they're trying to make this so realistic, and maybe someone's making a thing like, oh look, the fucking curtains are fucked up. You hear like someone from across the room just like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? That's exactly the vibes I'm getting.
So they ponder whether this is some popular musical hit in Minecraft yet, and then Simon says, I think my client's crashed, and they do a radial wipe to fix it.
With the hit singles comment, throughout my notes I've been just kind of like joking about shit that would be really funny if it is in Minecraft, but it's in real life, like Minecraft home insurance, Minecraft volcano, Minecraft apocalypse, and then I put Minecraft hit singles. Oh wait, music discs exist.
True.
Fix that.
So we come back to Simon throwing a snowball at Lewis. Old Peculiar feels better now. They can continue to Mistral City. I'm just having fun. Simon says when Lewis tells him to be careful. Now Lewis has a world hole, so he has to leave and relog. And when he logs back in, we come in the middle of a conversation between Lysander and Simon, where Lysander says, I don't believe you. What the hell were they talking about?
Yeah. The world hole was so strangely shaped that I thought it was just a hole. Like, I thought it's like, it was just like a perfect, like someone
it was
cut out a
well-made.
really deep rectangle and just took it out of the world. Like, it wasn't like the world holes that we had been seeing. What is tapping at my window? Me,
Who's talking at my door?
Is this your fault?
Nevermore. Nevermore.
It's rain. It's rain.
Yeah, lovely rain. We can already see in the... Oh, by the way, the only thing else we see of that conversation between Lysander and Simon is Simon saying only his closest friends may utter it. I'll say that later in the comments, like, someone pointed out how you could see, thanks to the fact that there's a text, like, history thing. You can see later when Lewis opens it, Simon just says, Lewis is Zephos' secret name. what a pointless thing to say.
Stop breaking the immersion!
What a
he's just saying it. What? I don't believe you. I challenge you on my honor. I do not believe you're telling the truth. And they have to fight him. So we already see in the distance now a floating lighthouse. Simon sings a lovely chorus. Oh my god, check this stuff out, man. This is pretty epic, says Lewis. Skylander's so busy looking at the gleaming spires of Mistral that he fell off the road into a ditch. We see a lighthouse come to view. They're all in the air, far, far in the air. There's a tower, some airships, like on this like floating dock platform above the city. It's a lovely little build. It's actually kind of amazing for the time. And this build so captured my imagination. In my world, I also built airships. I This is just like, oh yeah, airships, Minecraft. That's like peanut butter and jelly to me. I completely one-to-one associate it because of this series.
Real.
Then the camera goes cinematic and whoosh! It flies into the sky to get a cool shot of the city. We can see the wooden walkways that connect these floating islands, and the text Mistral City appears Dark Souls style. I wish we went to that city in Dark Souls.
Literally, me too.
Going to Mistralburg. Yeah, I just talked about how cool this place is. What do you guys think about this build, especially compared to like Terrorvale?
They're cool
crazy.
as hell.
Production value through the roof.
I was gonna say,
Production
like,
value!
suddenly we're going from like, haha, look, it's us, we're in Terrorville. And now they have like we got airships, we got texture packs, we got these crazy ass bills going on.
Lighthouse.
It really gets its own like weird little aesthetic. Like, oh, we're in like this fantasy world. There's political world building. This guy is a politician. We know the government system of these people. What the hell?
We're not in Minecraft anymore. Even Kansas anymore. Whatever.
We're not in Minecraft anymore. The Minecraft died with the Yog Cave. We're in Shadow of Israphel now.
Literally.
We're in his shadow. He's haunting the narrative right now.
Literally.
He's everywhere.
Yeah.
So there's a guard post station along the road, and Simon sees some armor and whispers, "Should I take it?" And then decides it's maybe not a good idea to steal from the guards. While you were gone, Peculiar came to us with ill news from Terrorvale. Lysander explains. The city streets of Mistral, and the giant world hole in the middle of town. As Lewis is logging out to fix the world hole, Simon explains... It's not Simon. Skylander explains that Peculiar's his father served with Peculiar during the Sand War, and he trusts him. The Sand War. Ooh.
Sand War.
Some kind of a lore hint.
I love the lore
Which
drops.
is funny how that's just Star Wars.
Yeah.
Your father in the Sand War.
What do you mean? It's lore. It's new lore.
It's new and original lore for their new and original thing. Then, just after Lewis rejoins, Simon bemoans the biggest world hole he's ever seen and calls it the R slur.
Yeah.
There it is.
We went like 27 episodes with only one slur, and now we're in 2 episodes of this new series. Quite depressing.
Yeah.
I was thinking about how we would approach this part of the episode, and I thought about pulling up like triumphant music on my phone, just like, yeah, there it is, slur drop.
It's like, you know, like you beat the ad, like fucking the Friday the Freddy's, and it's the fucking just like yay, all the cheering sound effect. This is how it feels.
This is not a yay. This is.
It really
Freddy
isn't.
We've
But,
lost.
like,
We've lost. Fellas, it's so over.
Yeah.
Celebration music plays over my dead body.
Man, you get the higher production value, you get the higher slur budget.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, I put an effort into this texture pack. I can swear now. I can say slur.
They didn't make the texture pack, they just downloaded it.
Yeah, well, you know, still. Download texture pack, they can do what I want, I guess.
Notch, come on, man, fix this. You're ruining our adventure. You're ruining my immersion. That's the worst shit that Notch has ever done, probably.
Let's never look up. Let's never look him up.
Mistral is so pretty, though, once they, like, reload in. It's got, like, waterfalls flowing down into fountains from up above.
It is crazy.
All these buildings, the walls with the torches lining them. And Simon goes, so is this stuff just always here? I guess so. If they had just gone in this direction in episode 1, they would have found this place, and they wouldn't have been barbarians. They
I just like
could
the
have become
idea,
members of a community.
like, 20 minutes away from this fucking town, they're just living it out in the rough. It's like,
Living with nothing.
and maybe, like, one day,
Starving.
it'd be if this didn't happen, someone just going up for a hike, and they're just walking back, like, with a whole, like, backpack full of food and shit, and they're just looking at these, like, fucking 2 grown-ass men, just like, we're dying, my Yog Cave, my toys!
I also wrote something about that. It was really funny when, like, as might be running a little bit ahead here, but when Father Brayburn comes into view, it's really funny how they, like, run up to him, ask for help, and then immediately have to run back because they're leaving behind old Peculiar yet again.
Yeah, but...
Like, they almost, like, with how fast they're going at him, it almost, like, feels like they're FNAF jump scaring him and then quickly reeling back to like recoup. I don't know. That might have been just me. It's just like it's really. That's one
I
of my
was distracted by
favorite
Simon reading the signs on the fountain. There are signs on the fountain. He's reading the item descriptions.
Oh yeah.
The pool of memory, the fountain of strength, in memoriam of Prince Seer.
That was so crazy. Like, okay,
man.
so we just have a whole bunch of lore, and we even have like things
There's
dedicated.
just hidden lore.
Which makes it funnier now that I've drawn this fucking piece. So I'm like, there really is probably like a statue, like the statues, just like
Lewis is distracted by the aforementioned new character, Father Brayburn, who's upon closer inspection looks suspiciously like the honky tonk man. He's wearing...
Don't fuck him. Do not fuck him.
He took a vow of chastity, of celibacy. He's a fucking holy man. He's wearing an Elvis jumpsuit and big gold sunglasses. Lewis calls him the chap who was singing. He greets him, and then Old Peculiar says, "I feel weak! Help me, heroes! I can barely stand!" They were too distracted by the fucking Elvis to notice that their friend was in grave need.
At first, I didn't realize it was Elvis. I thought it was 21 from the Venture Bros. With the, the butterfly visor. I thought that was his sunglasses.
Help!
Oh, that is true. Lysander calls out they have to take Peculiar to his father's house. I guess Peculiar comes from Mistral City, and he moved to Terravale at some point in the past. Lore!
Oh my god!
Lore!
Can we get a character bio working here?
Literally, god.
He's a veteran of the Sand War.
Whoa, veteran.
He just wanted to move somewhere and quietly and settle down, and yet all this happened. He just wanted to marry Daisy, settle down, live an idyllic life in an idyllic town with his friend Bob, who lived in Israphel's house.
Yeah.
His friend Bob.
And they fucked it all up. Israphel! Simon says, "Come on, old friend, I shall carry you in mine arms," in text. And then he and Lysander crouch walk alongside Peculiar, who's
really
also
good.
crouch walking to simulate the act of like slinging an arm over each shoulder. Really touching and nice visual, but Lewis laughs and says, "Look at you three. This is ridiculous. I'm having to carry him." Simon is so into it all the time, and Lewis just needs to get a bit more into it. Man.
Once again, spotlighting the Minecraft body acting as they're like trying to usher him into a safe place.
Lewis sees another character through the wall, one Granny Bacon. But Simon's distracted by the painting in the alleyway that depicts Old Peculiar and Lysander coming to rescue them. It's just Duncan's art in the game. It's oddly reminiscent of something.
Wow.
They glance at Granny Bacon's Greasy Spoon tea shop, and Lewis even opens the door to say hi before Old Peculiar goes, "No!" They walk up to see that Peculiar's family bungalow has been torched, just like the Yog came. Is the world so cold? "My faily home!" he cries with a typo, accidentally using a comma instead of an M. Horrible typing. Simon and Lewis laugh at him. Lewis is flooding the entire town, putting out the fire by pouring a bucket of water instead of just beating the fire with his fist. I get it. I understand the logic, but come on.
Very funny.
Come on, man. "Stop, Peculiar. It's been burning for days." I guess now thinking about this line, he could have just like noticed that like obviously this fire started a long time ago and there's nothing left to save. But I interpret it as him like knowing this already. So it's like, why the fuck did you even bring him here?
Yeah, that's what I thought too for a second.
We must bring him. We must bring him to see his father's burning house.
I was like, what the hell, man? Come on, he's already dying.
Yeah.
The drama.
Crazy bad luck that Mr. Peculiar is having. Getting, like, his fiance stolen, now he's deathly ill, and his parents' house is gone.
He's not very lucky, is he?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump ahead for that.
No, it's fine. It's fine,
too.
please. It's true. He is having a such. It's not fair. It's not fair. He was only ever kind and nice. He was the bravest of all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say some of the comments feel the same. Here's one from K6 Dragon X that says, "Why the fuck does everything bad happens to Old Peculiar?"
True. True. God. Lewis also completely gives Lysander a different voice. It's like, stop, Peculiar. It's been burning for... Dude, you gotta... He says his voice changes whenever I do it. I'm not really the voice expert.
He's getting more
Simon.
He admits it. It's true.
And then, like, Simon's trying to put out, but it's like the magical candles on birthday cakes. He's made that comparison before. Lewis says, like, this is a really nice place, actually, isn't it? I'm really impressed. Really nice, apart from old Peculiar's family home, which is burning down.
Literally, like, the funniest time to announce this.
Lysander, they take him to Lysander's house, which has a name so you know that he's bougie. It's called Elysium. It's just an apartment. It's not like a manor.
Like the
He
disco.
just has like a name for his little
him
apartment.
Saying Elysium just made me start thinking of Yogscast Disco Elysium and the idea of Simon seeing like the emotion people in his head as he makes decisions.
Oh God!
All right, so yeah, which one is Kim?
Well, it would be
I
Lewis,
would
but he's
believe
really
that.
also just Harry too. Later on, he'll become Kim.
Old Peculiar's Kim.
No, that's true.
Oh, that's really good.
Here's the thing, I'm worse. I saw that and went, Elysium, I know that from VTubers. Because of Hollow Stars.
There are
I
three
don't
kinds
really-
of gay people. Yogscast,
I don't think
yeah.
anyone on Earth has maybe ever thought about Lewis and Simon and Disco Elysium at the same time. I think
Hey, I'm the
that you
first.
might be the first.
I'm the first to ever have that thought.
We're the first ever!
Oh, yay!
Yay!
New thought unlocked. It's like making new shit in Infinite
There are
Craft.
1,037 more thoughts to go.
Yay!
Simon calls Elysium quite a pimping pad, which
Oh.
is awesome. Because of the
hurt.
purple wool on the floor, which is a carpet, but carpet doesn't exist yet.
Yeah.
God.
He's also got a lot of artwork. Lewis pokes upstairs to see old Peculiar sad in the corner, depressed, tired, weary. Simon
Literally
has a
give him
speech.
a hug.
Oh, good grief, Lewis. What on earth are we going to do? The old man is terribly ill. Look at him. He's all sort of hunched over and knackered and broken, like a little toy that's been dropped off a multi-story car park.
I died when he said that.
It made me sob. I was just
Why
like,
is it
okay, well, thanks.
Why is it so like rehearsed? Why is he like have all this in it?
He was
What the hell?
thinking about it the whole
He's
time.
just that
being
good.
dragged, right? Yeah.
Skylord says, he needs rest, heroes. Let me give you a tour of the city while he recovers. Simon's still in his drama thing. Let us investigate this magnificent city. What's this city called again? What's it called? I don't know what spirit overtook him in that moment. It was kind of beautiful.
Literally.
I suppose we'll have to wait to see more of Mistral City and find out how they can cure Peculiar's malady next time.
Whoa.
And
On Dragon Ball Z.
so much to say.
Ball Z.
Mil, I put this at the top of my comment section notes because I really wanted you to hear and philosophize on this observation made by one Sergeant Biscuit 101.
Oh, okay, I like the name.
Honeydew / dwarf equals underground. Old Peculiar / human equals land. Skylord Lysander / Skylord equals sky. Zephos / spaceman equals space.
I see.
What do you
Wow.
think of this?
What do you think?
I
of this?
wasn't expecting anyone else to make my observation that Honeydew was in fact a dwarf. So, just working off of that,
Dude, did
I'm
you
already
guys know
pretty
this?
amazed. Little known fact. Did you know?
I didn't know.
That is a really cute, like, you know, I'm not going to maybe rate the Shadow of Israphel on its thematic aspects, but I will be paying attention to that as we go along. That is a very
You gotta start
interesting
thinking about it.
idea.
Hold on a second. You think they did that on purpose, or
I can't
it
fucking
has to mean
imagine. I
something?
can't.
The author,
I'm sorry.
the author would never add anything in the story that didn't have meaning.
Exactly.
That's true.
Like
My
the Yog
bad.
Cave was destroyed. My whole thing, innocent lost, the fall from grace. When the Yog Cave was destroyed, that was literally mankind being locked out of the Garden of Eden. That's literally what happened. It is
Good
exactly
point,
the same.
yeah.
Simon Lewis tasted forbidden knowledge in Terravale, and now they can no longer return to their simple world where this is all just a game. Now this is real, and real people are in danger.
It's so real.
They can't just go hopping around setting fire to the house anymore. That's so sad.
Birch, do you have any old comments this time around for episode 2?
I have a few, nothing crazy. I'll just say a few of them. There's some funny ones. Like, anyone else feel like killing Peculiar? Jisoo!
Oh my god.
Stop.
A lot of people really
Stop.
want to murder him for some reason.
There's no
They
empathy.
want to put him down!
This one from the Jubro is these people, like bots or hired guys, is Father Bruan or something a bot or a normal guy from real life? I hope to know.
That's really good. I like that one.
Yeah.
This one really got to me. Great Honeydew and Zephos, you were being stalked and slowly hunted by your nemesis Israphel.
Ooh.
Like, they needed to warn them.
What?
They needed to warn them right now. They needed to...
They know! They're aware!
It's like, we need to get this warning out.
Can someone please tell...
There's a
everyone
gang
please
war
tell
in
Simon Lewis?
Minecraftia. Can someone please tell?
Literally! Someone tell Markiplier about the LA gangs!
Someone tell Markiplier about
God.
Israphel.
Someone know
And
Markiplier.
then
Markiplier needs to know!
Needs to
Granny
know!
Basin, lol. I guess they don't eat bacon in England. That's it.
Granny Basin? Oh god, that's cool. In reply, I have a comment to reply to your asking if they are bots or not. I didn't mention this one. It was one of the comments on the recap video, so it's from like 13 years ago. No, Israphel, along with all the other characters in the game, are actors for the Yogscast who have set up a storyline for Simon Lewis to follow. If you watch some of the outtakes, you'll see that they have had to reshoot some scenes because of glitches, and Simon dwarfing up his lines.
Oh my god.
I love
Dwarfing
up as a...
Oh.
Yeah, that used to be... like, threw me back crazy. Like, oh my god,
That makes me
he
lose my
dwarfed
shit.
it up. You
He waned it.
dwarfed it up. He waned it, literally. It's just waned it for 2011. Another great comment is Mr. City back in the day was one of the best builds in the game when they showed it. No other map had at the time had as much imagination put into it, as well as the people that played the characters bringing it to life. No other series could give that feeling. That's so great. I'm glad that someone validated my thought that this is a really great Minecraft build.
So good.
It is crazy.
So fun.
It's some shit I would try to recreate in, like, PS3.
Another, this is how Minecraft story mode should have been like.
Tight.
It's true, they should have gotten the rat from Ratatouille to voice Lewis.
True! I loved Remy Lewis. I would have screamed.
My partner is playing a modded Minecraft, like, creative world with one of his friends right now. And they have, like, this really crazy, like, portal setup that literally, like, their House of Leaves in it, but with Minecraft.
That's awesome.
It's really cool. So now they started, like, world building for this creative world, and they're making, like, little, like, in-universe, like, buildings, and he showed me, like, a lore document that he had written up, that I'll probably post in here at some point. And it was this really long thing, and I got through reading it, and I was like, wow, I can't wait for Patton Oswalt to voice in this.
Yeah. I wish Patton Oswalt was in every fucking Minecraft game ever.
Please,
Coming to
that'd be so
Netflix
funny.
soon.
And then last comment I write down here is no way. This person says Israphel's name tag can be spotted in the bottom of the screen at 8:05. And I said, no way, but it's true. When you go to the part where they're at the guard station, you can see in the bottom left that Israfel's underground.
I didn't even
What is he
notice
doing?
that. Oh my
He's stalking
God.
them and slowly hunting
No!
them.
Somebody tell
He's
them.
fucking suddenly hunting them.
Somebody
Oh my
tell
God.
What
them.
the hell?
They're trying to warn them.
They
It's
saw,
there.
the commenters saw, and they're trying to warn him.
They're
Them.
trying to warn.
Okay, what do you all think of all this? Like, now that we've really had
Hype.
a taste of, like, Shadow
Hype.
of Israphel and we're going into it.
Hype.
I'm so excited for this. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad to be doing this with you all. I almost wanted to draw the, like, Kaon thing as, like, oh, we've got a new picture for our new season, but then we would have to, like, rig up new bouncing
I
faces
mean, that's
and
not
shit.
so
You just
hard.
bounce
I could
over
do
it.
that quite
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah.
You
Bounce
just
over it.
bounce over.
Yeah.
I thought
I'll figure something out for
Okay.
Hmm?
You were saying something?
Oh, I was
Wirt?
just saying this is
No?
hype as shit.
It is, so... It's become the epic fantasy story that was always meant to be. This is my Lord of the Rings.
Literally.
Yeah! I'm gonna tell my kids that this was the Fellowship of the Cube.
Literally.
Lysander, I'm glad that Lysander made good impressions with everyone. Our grand new hero.
I have my doubts, but I was like, I'll let him cook. We'll see. I mean, Old Peculiar's dying right now. I can't really,
I almost accused him of secretly crashing and just lying.
That'd be so
What,
funny.
like, how do we know that we can trust this guy?
I like the idea that there's not one but two villains. There's guys like Azraphel, and then we have also like this guy.
Azraphel.
Sorry, Israphel, whatever. My brain was
Azraphel.
Azraphel. I guess I was thinking
No,
about
man.
Azrael. I'm sorry, the Shadow of Azrael.
Guys?
They should put Honeydew in Undertale.
Yeah.
Milnak, what's your big takeaway?
I thought this was very interesting because I just, I look back on the episodes we've already recorded and I look at this. This is a completely different. This is a completely
Literally.
different
So
thing. I'm sorry.
different.
What we were doing before now was something entirely different. We are reviewing we are reviewing a show. We are reviewing a thing. What we were doing
Yeah.
before, we're talking about British men learning a video game. It's
Yeah.
insane.
It is crazy how far we've come.
It's so wild.
There was
Remember
a sea
the glitchy
change.
fucking pig they were trying to ride? It didn't work. Trying to like.
Remember the funny pig?
And now it's like
Remember
all
three
humans
pieces of
literally
pork?
dying, so I mean, there you go.
Three pieces of pork. We have 4 eggs. You remember
I
that?
could never forget.
Remember the first iteration of the Yogscast
Remember the
website where they
cave
talk about the
saga?
write-up about pornography?
Huh?
No, remember when
I don't actually
the
remember
honeydew?
that.
Or remember
also-
nasty little Minecraft.
Remember when
Oh,
Horde
yeah.
nasty little Minecraft? Remember the Den of Sin?
Shacked up in sin.
Shacked
Shacked up in sin. Oh
Remember, but they were
man.
like, was it Silent Bastards or whatever?
Silent.
It's called like, they're called creepers, not loud
Heavy-footed
heavy-footed
bastards.
bastards. Oh, that's
Thank
the
you.
clip
Thank you.
episode section of it all. I
It
can't
really
believe
is.
just
That's
all that
our
now.
recap.
Yeah.
Our recap for all the people who we hope that you all we hope it was worth the wait and that you're excited for us to all go into this world that I just love Milnak describing it as like, wow, that's like the season 2, the budget got increased. They got picked up
Yeah.
for season 2. Like that's what it is, really.
It really
is
is.
kind of like that.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the show The Orville, and you can definitely tell the quality change from when they go from being put on by Fox from when they to when they get being put on by HBO.
Yeah,
Like it is so crazy.
That's the exact phenomenon that's happening here, and it's wonderful because it's still an indie project. It's still like these fuckers. It's still funny as hell.
Yeah, Seth MacFarlane is not involved in this.
Seth MacFarlane
Crazy
is not.
because Seth MacFarlane
He is not
has
voicing
no
Honeydew.
fucking-
The craziest
not
part is
doing
that
it.
Seth MacFarlane.
I think he
was
should
never
in the
the
story mode.
Yogscast.
That's
Who will he
true.
play?
He was never. You think he would have been? Fucking.
I hope.
I mean, Seth MacFarlane. It's hard. He and Patton Oswalt will have to fight to be Lewis. I think Patton Oswalt is probably a little more Honeydew, unless he does like more of a Peter voice instead of his real voice. Maybe that could be. Maybe
I want-
Honeydew could have more of a.
I want
character
Patton
voice.
Oswalt as Honeydew. I feel like it'd be really good.
I
We've
need that-
Americanized
I need
them!
the-
Oh my god!
Can we just do?
We've-
Can we
no,
can we
oh my
make the
God.
American like adaptation of Shadow of Israphel for American
4
television?
kids. 4 kids.
The 4 kids dub.
And Vinny was
Can we
there.
just take the episodes and just dub over them
Oh,
with
Yes.
like
that
new
would be
voices?
so
Please.
Yes.
That would be so good.
That'll be a
I've always wanted.
Well,
I do
Simon,
kind of want to
there's
do
like a
fan
hole.
dubs with you guys.
that'll be a bonus episode one day.
That was pretty stupid. Kind of silly, even.
Yeah.
They're not called loud-footed meanie heads.
Man, I'm thinking of like 2000s dub voices, and I'm thinking of whatever Simon's voice would be, because they wouldn't do just a normal person voice. That would be for Lewis.
Yeah,
they'd be
like
doing
this.
they'd be doing a
I'm
voice
imagining,
like this.
Oh, that's true.
I'm imagining a very small voice because he's a dwarf or something. I don't know.
I was like thinking like a gruff thing, like oh.
I'm
I do like the
high pitched
dwarf
and like
voice that he has.
scratchy. That's what I imagine. Like very deeply unpleasant to listen to for long periods of time.
Like,
he's like made by a single man. It's like
Like
this
Toad?
one
Like
voice.
Toad
That's what it would
the Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
be. Yeah. It would be that.
That's my
what it
voice
would be.
claim. Okay, but who's Cephos then?
just
I
Rando.
just imagine that as like a generic anime dub. Like,
That's true.
whoa,
Luffy.
this place
It's
is
good to
crazy.
see you, buddy.
Yeah, it's like that.
Simon, it's good to see you, buddy.
Save it! That's what he said to you.
All right, well we've got the
well.
pitch. Basically, we just got handed into like 4 kids or some shit. Easy.
Yeah,
They're
there's
still
still
around.
whoever's left.
Whoever
Yeah.
owns
The
that
survivors.
The
nowadays.
one poor CEO still trapped the IP. Hey, I've got a
We'll
business
get
from
Fox
him.
to recreate Fox Kids just for this.
I would
Yeah.
love Fox Kids to come back. Just
I'll
for this.
remove all references to 9/11 in the dub.
Ooh.
no car bombs.
No.
It was
what?
like when Benedict Arnold betrayed. That's what I'll say instead.
I'm gonna do this shit. Okay, I think this is the end. This is the end.
So, yep,
Yeah.
it's so great to be back. I hope everyone liked the episode.
Sorry
Thank
for
you
the
all your
Midwestern
support.
goodbye.
We all have to. We gotta power up. We gotta get on the
Yeah.
airship. We're gonna go. It's gonna be great. Whoa, the airship's like moving. It's moving for real. Oh my
God,
god,
stop.
it's moving.
Oh my God.
I just got the